Hello! You're now in the den with Dr. Jenn, a safe and comfortable place to explore female sexuality from a variety of perspectives and start thinking about sexuality outside the box. So today we're going to talk about PMS. Yes, a topic I believe should be tackled because it's both valid and important concern for many women and also something that is exaggerated and used to trivialize and diminish women's abilities. Okay, so first, what's even included under the banner of premenstrual syndrome? It's a cluster of symptoms, could include irritability or persistent anger, tension, anxiety, feeling depressed or hopeless, mood swings, decreased interest in usual activities, difficulty concentrating, like that fuzzy brain thing, food cravings or changes in appetite, fatigue, lack of energy, sleep problems, and there's physical symptoms such as breast tenderness, swelling, or aches. Now, there are more severe and clinical forms of this, but here I'm just discussing the more common forms. And the severity of PMS symptoms varies greatly depending on the woman. So what are the root causes of PMS? Well, it's generally thought to be caused by a shift in hormones, but it can be exacerbated at various points of your life or depending on current mental and physical health. Now, here are some potential causes that may be different than what you've heard before. Could be toxins accumulated in tissues and a blockage of circulation, poor nutrition, poor digestion, an imbalance of the nervous system, physical and mental stress, a compromised immune system, or the disruption of sleeping or eating patterns. Now, the common medical model approach is to prescribe drugs, the same ones for everyone dealing with PMS, as if we all don't have varying experiences and varying bodies. Now, as with any illness or disease, I think it's our body's way of pointing to an imbalance and calling us out to do something about it, which often requires a holistic approach that includes assessing your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and social health and factors. Now, I've heard it stated before, PMS is often more severe when going through a breakup than when on your honeymoon. So the point is, it's not just strictly a physical phenomenon. I think women's health author and Dr. Christiane Northrup offers a compelling perspective on PMS. Although we may find ourselves more irritable and emotional than usual after we cross the threshold of ovulation, this is perhaps the way our bodies are asking us to slow down, to be more retrospective and reflect on our lives and issues we may be suppressing otherwise. Society expects like a breakneck pace involving work, education, play, family, responsibilities, money, exercise, email, phone calls, media, etc. Perhaps PMS is a time to slow down a bit, reprioritize, and nurture ourselves. And I like this perspective of finding something positive in PMS instead of only focusing on the negative and viewing our body as the enemy. Sexual fun fact number 43. There are so many jokes, some rather annoying, out there about PMS that I think ultimately belittle women. However, in another light, anything we can laugh at and reclaim for ourselves will lose its power to wound and demean. And I have personally lots of experience with PMS. So, with this empowering perspective in mind, what are the top 7 real definitions of PMS? Number 7, pass my sweatpants. Number 6, people make me sick. Number 5, perplexing mood swings. Number 4, perpetual munching spree. I like that one. Number 3, pardon my sobbing. Number 2, provide me with sweets. And number 1, who cares? I'm not in the mood for this list anymore. Jenn recommend? There are many self-help approaches that can help reduce PMS symptoms, and they include some obvious things such as improving diet, regular exercise, learning to deal with stress more effectively, and understanding your unique patterns of symptoms. So I'll go into all of these in a little more detail. So first, attention to diet is a successful approach for many women. Eliminating or reducing caffeine can reduce tension, irritability, mood swings, and headaches. As to bloating or swelling, decreasing salt intake can help with that. And avoiding refined carbohydrates and instead having a diet rich in complex carbohydrates can reduce depressive symptoms. Second, exercise. Kind of obvious, but really, regular exercise can reduce PMS symptoms, particularly tension, breast tenderness, and overall mood levels. Third, learning to deal with stress more effectively can reduce PMS symptoms. With such stress-reducing techniques like meditation, yoga, massage, or even less formal methods such as sitting in a quiet room, listening to relaxing music, talking with a friend, or even a leisurely hot bubble bath may take the edge off the symptoms. You know, spending time for yourself, nurturing yourself. And learning to anticipate the worst premenstrual days and not scheduling stressful activities on those days is another stress-reducing approach that works for some women. Which leads me to knowing your particular cycles through keeping a calendar of symptoms. Potentially knowing when the symptoms will end may make the symptomatic days more tolerable. Knowing when the symptoms will start makes it possible to plan ahead and avoid stressful activities or be able to schedule in time for more relaxation. And keeping a record of symptoms can also help identify whether the symptoms are actually related to the menstrual cycle or to something else. And I'll leave you with a positive affirmation related to all of this. I trust my body. I listen to my body. I appreciate the wisdom of my body. So if you have any questions or comments about PMS, visit me at DrJennsDen.com or email me at Jennifer@DrJennsDen.com. So pay attention to those deep messages your body is giving you and be kind to yourself.
You're hiding behind your pillow, though.
Oh.
Okay. Still put your arm. Yeah.
Sometimes I look at it and it looks like funny.
Is that a mandala?